Namaste. My name is Vivekanand. People call me Vivek. I believe in living a simple life. I believe in thinking differently. I am proud to share my belief with Steve Jobs and Leonardo da Vinci, who said, "Simplicity is the ultimate in sophistication." I aim to bring time-tested wisdom and happiness together into your business and life by unifying, simplifying, amplifying simple technology and tools. I achieve this by developing software solutions as necessary. Today, I am making a short presentation. I begin with a short list of differences between a leader and a manager, followed by a list of qualities of a leader as defined by thought leaders like Simon Sinek and Brene Brown. Then I will conclude with an example of a leader, Satguru. I shall give plenty of links and references. As you can see in this slide, I am putting solopreneur in between leader and manager, because in my opinion, that is where a solopreneur is. Let me begin with the most striking difference. A leader has a vision, and it is much broader one, whereas a manager thinks only about the organization that he or she is in at the moment. A leader always thinks about what could be. He or she thinks about all the possibilities, whereas the manager is concerned only with what is in the present. A leader is concerned about aligning with a greater cause than themselves, whereas the manager is concerned with the assignment. A leader makes sure that things happen with or without being present, whereas a manager is concerned about making things happen only when he or she is around. Because of the way a leader operates, he or she tends to have a life, whereas a manager is more of a control freak and hence hardly has a life. The image you see on this slide shows the stark difference between the way they operate. A leader leads by example. A leader would do exactly what he or she expects others to do. A leader pretty much says, "Do as I do." A manager, on the other hand, does not feel that he or she is part of the team. A manager directs others to do what he or she wants them to do. A manager pretty much says, "Do as I say." And most managers get very annoyed if anyone asks what they do. Let me point out to you that a solopreneur has to be a bit of both, a leader and a manager. In my view, he or she must be more of a leader and less of a manager. A business has to be managed, so a manager. But it is their leadership which determines how far the business grows. Simon Sinek has been one of my inspirations. Here I present 10 rules for success as he presents them in multiple lectures. What you see here is a screen capture from a compilation done by a Mr. Carmichael. I will be putting the YouTube compilation video link in the description of this video. Let me briefly go over the 10 rules. The order is as it appears in that compilation. Break the rules, but not the law. Train your mind and reframe what you presently see as a negative to be positive. Be patient. Good things don't happen overnight. Take accountability. You can't have credit for results while refusing to take blame for failures. Outdo yourself. Don't worry about external competition. You just concern yourself with improving yourself. Simon gives Microsoft versus Apple example. Stack the deck. Be around with people who believe in what you believe in. Be the last to speak. As a leader, you would speak last. You leave it open, let everyone else speak, and then you speak. Be authentic. Say and do the things that you believe in. Find your passion. Passion is not an actionable word. Passion is a result. Start with why. Well, Simon has written a whole book about this, so I suggest you buy and read it. Dr. Brene Brown is another very popular researcher. Her TED Talks also has had millions of views. Her research focuses on authentic leadership and wholeheartedness. Again, this is another YouTube compilation and I will put the link in the description. Dr. Brene says, when perfectionism is driving, shame is always riding shotgun, and fear is the annoying backseat driver. She also says, true belonging is a spiritual practice, and it's about the ability to find sacredness in both being a part of something but also the courage to stand alone. She says, once you overcome your own resistance to wilderness, you would find hard to fit back into the ordinary. She says, if you need me to be someone different than who I am, it's not going to be successful. When she talks about get rid of negativity, she talks about ignoring comments on social media when they are made by people who don't even identify themselves clearly. If they are negative and anonymous, they don't deserve a response. As an example of a leader, let me talk about Sadhguru. Satguru is a popular yogi who started the Isha Foundation, a spiritual organization which has millions of followers all over the world. He recently started a month-long mission called Rally for Rivers. He gathered supporters as he traversed 16 different states of India, and he inspired over 160 million people to voice their concern about the country's rivers. So, I consider him to be a successful leader. Let me share some of his thoughts. Sadhguru says, being a leader does not mean dominating the situation. It means empowering people to do what they would not have imagined possible. By this, he means a leader recognizes the potential in others and creates an environment where they are able to grow to their full potential. This is a photo of Satguru when he led a rally riding on a motorcycle across the banks of the river Kaveri, starting from its origin till it reaches the sea. He says, unless a leader displays an infectious level of inspiration, sloth and inertia will prevail. As shown by this photo, he is being an example himself. This is a photo of him when he led a rally along the river Kaveri on a motorbike, and the aim was to make people realize the need to save the river. Sadhguru says, as a leader, your every thought, emotion, and action impacts many lives. It is extremely important to work on how you are within yourself. I have put a couple of links to YouTube videos where he explains how to work on yourself. A leader needs to build trust. So, Sadhguru says, as a leader, you build trust when you give yourself 100%, so that people understand with your every action you stand for them. As I did with Simon Sinek and Brene Brown, here are 10 rules of success as compiled by Mr. Evan Carmichael. I am pasting the link to the YouTube compilation in the description. That brings me to the end of this presentation. Thank you so much for being with me today. Hope it has been helpful. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscription is free, you know. And hit the bell icon so that you can customize the notifications you get from my channel. Namaste. Hope it has been of some use.